Hello everyone. For today's adventure, we're going to be hiking down to see Beech Bottom Falls. This is located in South Carolina near Sassafras Mountain, which is the tallest mountain in South Carolina. We're looking at doing, I think, just under 2 miles today, so relatively short, and the hike is rated moderate online with an elevation gain around 350 to 400 feet. So we're going to get our bag ready and hit the trail. See you in just a minute. Only 2 other cars in the parking area today, so should be a pretty peaceful hike. Today's date is March the 13th, 2022, and it is currently 42 degrees with no wind. I think the high today for this area is going to be around 50 degrees. So should have pretty good weather for the duration of this hike, and probably the rest of the day too. As you can see, we're coming up across a creek crossing here. Got some logs that someone placed there, so it's really just a step across. So the majority of this, I believe, is just going to be this Forest Service road. It may shift to a trail towards the end, I'm not real sure. But just started walking along here, and there's something I've never seen on a trail before. The sign says this is a bat roost. It says, "Please do not disturb." And has a website listed there. I'm guessing there's bats living in there. Never heard of such thing. If you're familiar with that or know anything about it, maybe leave a comment below and talk about that some. It's very unusual. It also looks like the majority of the elevation gain is probably going to be on the return back to the parking area. And so far, we've just kind of been doing a slight decline. So we'll get to warm up pretty well on the way back. Already seeing a sign for it. Didn't take very long at all. Another little bridge coming up too. So I believe this is just another waterfall that's on here that's probably unnamed. We're standing at the top of it now. This will kind of be a little added bonus. I was not expecting. So we're on a more standard forest trail now. We're gonna make a right here, as the sign says. We got about half a mile to go. thought that that waterfall back there was going to be it, but definitely not, because I think this one is 2 or 3 times the size of that one. Switchback. And it's starting to narrow out. You can hear lots of water somewhere. Found another little small waterfall. Like a little covering, a rock covering right here. Icicles on it. Probably about 8 or 9 foot tall. A little wade pool. And there's another drop right here that's even bigger. A little bit of ice on the trail today. It was very, very cold in this area last night. We're down to about 15 degrees almost. Another switchback. Another double switchback. Another little bridge.
This is like a wall.
Made it. Put a guide wire here so you can't slip and fall off the edge. It's a lot of brush and deadfall to the right side of me. Got one to climb over up here or go under one. We have a view on the right side of the trail, some of the surrounding mountains. Kind of a ridge line there at the top. There's actually a house about center screen. Right there, it's kind of perched up right there. She's still coming down, and the viewing platform is right down here. So I do have a rope here to assist you going down to the platform and back up. It's a very sturdy one too. Anchored in the tree very well. It knocks every 1.5 feet or 2 feet. Starting to hike back now. Just wanted to make mention of straight drop off right here. Some brush there in the way, but beyond that it's just a straight drop off. Basically a cliff. So once we got back to the service road, decided to go left just to kind of explore around. We've come across an old trail. Not sure if I'll be able to get before it's overgrown, but I think it takes you down the other side of the waterfall. So I just want to show you real quick on the map what we're doing so it makes sense to you. This trail right here next to my finger is the route we took to it a little bit ago. Then you go back to here where this creek right here is. And this takes you back to the start along that service road. Well, what we did is we went up here, across the creek right here. Now we're going parallel to it. Almost there too. So all this is definitely remnants of what used to be the trail at one point. But it's still very easy to make out and it's not overgrown, at least up to this point. The waterfall is just beneath us. We're beside the waterfall now. There's a series of these zigzags here with these handrails made out of logs. Gonna take us all the way to the bottom. Should be at the bottom shortly. The platform where we was at earlier is just up there. Pretty good ways up. Pretty fantastic view of this. So glad we come down this way. Ready to head back to the top. Just wanted to clarify. If you go on the official trail, I guess you call it the official trail, it takes you to that platform. But we are all the way down here at the bottom. Right in front of it. Never saw a sign anywhere that said do not come down here. Maybe there was one and I missed it. I'm gonna double check myself on the way back, but I never saw one. On our way to the top. Coming back up is just a little bit steep. Probably about halfway back up to the where it kind of plateaus off. Steep and slippery with all these leaves. We're at the top of the part where you finish climbing at. Kind of a ridge right here. You see mountains all around you. All right, so we're almost back to the car. So I'm gonna give a few final thoughts and go ahead and end the video here. If you plan to come out here and check this one out, and you do both trails, it's gonna be 3.5 to 4 miles instead of just under 2 miles. So this is something to keep in mind. As far as the trails, like comparing each other, I much prefer the one we just did so you can get to the base of it. Totally different experience, much better view. Plenty of places to sit and lounge around for a while if you want to. That's a lot of water flowing over the waterfall, but there's so many rocks around down there. Plenty of places to sit that are dry. So I much prefer it personally. The other one's nice, and you can see the waterfall entirely from the overlook. But this one was much nicer. And I'm gonna do some more research on why the new route is the preferred route. This is my first time coming here, so I'm just not familiar with it. But there was not any signs anywhere telling you that the other one was closed or telling you not to go that way. Not that I've seen anyway. But I'm not sure why they made a whole other trail if, you know, that one takes you to the base. In terms of difficulty, I would say that the first trail is definitely easier than the second one. Whenever you're coming back from the second one, a good stretch of 150 to 200 yards is pretty steep uphill. But aside from that, it's fine. There's not any, you know, real technical parts or anything like that. It's just very steep there for just a little bit coming back. But overall, had a really good day. Great weather. Started out kind of cool, but got to moving around and coming back uphill there. Definitely feel warm now. So very, very good day overall. Only saw probably 4 people on the main trail, and we did not see anyone on this second trail that took you to the base. So in terms of solitude, today was a pretty good plus. So with all that being said, highly recommend you check it out if you're ever in the area. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you could please give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing if you haven't. Those 2 things just kind of keep me going and won't cost you anything. As always, thanks for watching.